Valkyrie Accipiter, Fuhua's physical support battlesuit. Her leader skill increases the critical rate of any Mei or Kiana battlesuits in the team when the combo counter is above 30, and increases the critical damage of Bronya battlesuits when the combo counter is below 30. She has various attack patterns, and utilizes both the attack and ultimate buttons. We'll refer to the attack button as A, and the ultimate button as B. By tapping only A, Valkyrie Accipiter can use the 6 Fists, which, as the name suggests, has 6 basic attack sequences. She heals herself for 60 HP on the last hit of the 6 Fists. By tapping only B, she can use Ki Barrage, which has 3 sequences. Her combo attacks can be performed by combining her button inputs. Tapping B twice after the first or second sequence of the 6 Fists unleashes Ki Shattering Fist, which stuns enemies for 1 second on the last hit. Tapping B thrice after the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth sequence of the 6 Fists unleashes Ki Zenith. The last hit of Ki Zenith increases Valkyrie Accipiter's total damage by 20% for 7 seconds and heals her for 80 HP. By holding B, she's able to use Ki Nova, which goes through enemies. Ki Nova can also be used while executing Ki Barrage. By consuming 25 SP, Valkyrie Accipiter is able to turn her combo attacks into her ultimate attacks. Holding B on the last hit of Ki Shattering Fist turns it into Ki Avalanche, which stuns enemies for 5 seconds. Holding B on the last hit of Ki Zenith turns it into Ki Impact, which heals the team for 400 HP on the last hit. Ki Impact also increases the team's total damage by 20% for 7 seconds. Both Ki Avalanche and Ki Impact count as heavy attacks. With enough SP, Ki Nova is automatically replaced by Ki Nova EX. Ki Nova EX increases the team's damage against shields by 200% for 6.5 seconds. The last hit of any of her ultimate skills deal additional damage to enemies who are impaired or stunned, and also lower the physical damage taken by Valkyrie Accipiter by 15% for 6 seconds. Performing an ultimate evasion triggers a global time fracture. Valkyrie Accipiter is able to launch a counterattack by tapping B shortly after an ultimate evasion. This attack slows enemies and impairs them, lowering their defense by 30% for 4 seconds. When enemy shields are broken by teammates, her QTE can be triggered. While her switch skill is only able to knock enemies airborne, her QTE can do the same and is also able to apply time slow and impair enemies, lowering their defense by 30% for 6 seconds. Additionally, tapping A or B after the first hit of her QTE can trigger a second hit. When switching in, she gains a 20% resistance to interruption and damage reduction. When on the field, she is also able to deal an additional 40% physical damage to nearby enemies. Upon switching out, she empowers the next 3 ranged physical attacks done by teammates. Her interruption and damage reduction passive is also applied to the teammates switching in. While Valkyrie Accipiter is able to utilize equipment like Schrödinger Band or even Michelangelo, her fighting style stretches the battle out, which isn't ideal for most situations. Instead, she's widely used for her support abilities, mainly for Ki Nova EX's boost in shield damage. Grips of Taishan and Sickness Gauntlets are both good weapon choices depending on the situation. Grips of Taishan can be used as an easy time slow trigger, and Sickness Gauntlets enables her to charge her SP at an accelerated rate. Common stigmata used on her include May Beach Party M, Isaac Newton B, or any 2 parts of the Musician set. Her augmented battlesuit, Hawk of the Fog, transforms her into a lightning DPS battlesuit. Even though they do share a leader skill, most other abilities completely change her role in the team. With that being said, Hawk of the Fog still uses the 6 Fists as her basic attack. Ki Barrage, however, is replaced with Whipping Sparks. When used as a long-range attack, tapping either A or B allows her to execute Lightning Pounce, which instantly closes the gap between her and her targets. At close range, Whipping Sparks only has 2 hits. Tapping B after the first or second sequence of the 6 Fists unleashes Tyrannic Talons, and doing the same after the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth sequence unleashes 6-sided shock. It is worth noting that she can still move when executing Six-Sided Shock. Six-Sided Shock has two follow-ups, Blasting Palm, which is activated by tapping A, and Tunneling Blossom, activated by tapping B. Both Blasting Palm and Tunneling Blossom count as heavy attacks. Holding B during Tunneling Blossom consumes 50 SP and activates her ultimate skill, which can be used to gather and paralyze enemies for 3 seconds. She also gains 45% lightning damage for 18 seconds. This ability can also be activated by switching in. When Lightning Pounce or her ultimate skill is used, Hawk of the Fog activates her Electrance status, which lasts for 9 seconds. While active, she gains resistance to interruption, her total damage taken is decreased by 50%, and each hit of the Six Fists gains 75% bonus lightning damage. Additionally, each hit increases the total damage of the next Six-Sided Shock by 14%, which can be stacked up to 5 times. Using Six-Sided Shock or Tyrannic Talons while the Electron status is active also recovers 3 SP at a 5-second cooldown. Tyrannic Talons also deal 50% bonus physical damage per hit, which doubles on shielded enemies. When an ultimate evasion is performed, she triggers a global time fracture. The first basic or combo attack used within 3 seconds of the ultimate evasion also gains 500% lightning damage and paralyzes enemies for 4 seconds. Holding B after activating her evasion skill also allows her to immediately use her ultimate attack. When switching in, Hawk of the Fog knocks enemies airborne and deals lightning damage. She deals additional physical damage to shielded enemies. She also has the same interruption and damage reduction passive Valkyrie Accipiter has. Upon igniting or slowing enemies, Hawk of the Fog's QTE can be triggered, activating her Electron status on entry. Tapping A or B after the first hit of her QTE triggers a second hit, which can deal a high amount of damage. In addition to all her abilities, Hawk of the Fog also has an innate lightning damage bonus of 30%. She also deals 30% bonus total damage to shielded enemies. Her basic, combo, switch, and QTE skills also deal an additional 160% shield damage, and she gains resistance to interruption for 10 seconds when hitting shielded enemies. And last but not least, the team deals 300% lightning damage to enemies when their shields are broken, and gain 30% total damage for the next 12 seconds. For equipment, Nuada's Grief's passive lightning damage boost of 40% works well with the Hawk of the Fog's burst damage. Sickness Gauntlets can also be chosen as a secondary option to increase her attack speed and SP recovery rate when attacking, enabling her to use her ultimate skill more consistently. As a cost-effective option, Grips of Taishan can also provide a huge boost in damage when its passive ability is fully activated. For a general-purpose lightning damage set, Monet T and M can be used together with a number of B Stigmata. Schrödinger Band B for increased attack speed and SP regeneration, Cleopatra B to make use of her ability to paralyze enemies, or Isaac Newton B to increase the damage of her QTE and even her ultimate attack, since it can be triggered with an ultimate evasion. Depending on the debuffs the intended targets are susceptible to, Hawk of the Fog can also be equipped to capitalize on the situation. By working in unison with her teammates, she can equip Monet T, May Beach Party M, and Fusi B. With either a support who has the T and M parts of the New Year set and Isaac Newton B equipped, or Valkyrie Chariot for her passive ability to ignite enemies with Ogia T, either May Beach Party M or Tesla Band M, and Isaac Newton B equipped. Valkyrie Chariot can also equip Star Shatterer Vikrant to reapply debuffs with its active skill. Hawk of the Fog can also fully capitalize on her ability to paralyze enemies by equipping Shakespeare T, Fusi M, and Cleopatra B. Lightning Empress makes an excellent support option when equipped with Mag Typhoon due to its active skill's ability to paralyze enemies for 5 seconds. It also increases their vulnerability to lightning damage. Additionally, her leader skill provides the team with a high amount of initial SP and up to 26% total damage if there are 3 psychic types in the team. Since it is ideal for all teammates to be psychic typed, Divine Prayer, equipped with Thunder Kikaku, can greatly boost lightning damage taken by enemies. Wolfstan with World Amundson's full set can make a great off-field support, while Phoenix with any 2 parts of the Musician set is also an ideal elemental support. And finally, either Craig's Messer or Molotov Cherry can work well with a number of Stigmata combinations while being able to wield Blood Dance, increasing the elemental damage taken by enemies. As a cost-effective option, Darwin's full set can provide a considerable amount of lightning damage. All in all, Hawk of the Fog is extremely versatile and is not limited to equipping only lightning damage equipment. Even though she may not fit every situation, when used right, she's capable of dealing massive amounts of damage, and can even be used as a sub DPS if necessary.
Kancho, 準備はいいですか?